We all have the ability to create miracles, but instead, we choose to complain. So I woke up this morning to find an abundance of these beautiful, delicate, bright green little shoots coming up in the seedling trays that I just planted about 5 days ago. What a glorious way to start my day. Well, my husband was actually the one who came into the kitchen to tell me because he was as anxious, if not more so, to see the results of the planting as I was. Like a kid at Christmas, when we went to bed the night after we planted, he said to me, "Well, this is the hardest part, waiting for them to pop through the dirt." There is something so gratifying about planting a seed, giving it a bit of sunshine, warm air, and water, and then watching it grow into something that can nourish your body in the form of vegetables or your soul in the form of flowers. When my daughter Catherine died, the only thing that kept me sane was working in my garden. I didn't even have a garden when she passed away, but within days of her funeral, I got to work putting one in. There's just something about the smell of dirt, the feel of cool, moist soil in my hands, and the required delicacy and brute strength involved in gardening that I find cathartic. I hauled hundreds of wheelbarrows full of soil, laid hundreds of square feet of sod, dug a koi pond, and placed countless landscape stones, always hoping the level of exhaustion that I felt at the end of each day would miraculously help me capture a few hours of much-needed sleep. It rarely did, as I would find myself night after night sitting outside under the moonlight, surrounded by the smell of antique roses that I'd placed in the memory of my daughter and all the other children who had died of trisomy 18, whose parents I'd come to know. I laugh now thinking back to the manic fits of trying to kill the toads who would invade my koi pond at night to lay their eggs, and in exchange, deprive my fish of oxygen and kill them. Cue Joan Crawford in her Oscar gown, chopping away at her rose garden, yelling, "Tina, bring me the axe!" Oh, it's a miracle the wild ride of emotions of that chapter of my life didn't kill me. So I have an understandable connection to gardening, but it goes deeper than the healing nature of it for me. Growing things is yet another miracle surrounding us every day that we just simply take for granted. Because let's face it, we take most everything for granted. The house we live in that keeps us from sleeping out in the cold, uncomfortable conditions, the lights we just turn on to see our way in our homes, and the electricity we use to cook our food, the car we drive that allows us to take our kids to school and get to work, the men and women who pick up our trash, and the plumbing system that keeps our environment from being ridden with disease. We turn on the faucet to get clean, fresh water to drink and clean ourselves because, hey, that's just what happens. And we drive to a store to get food because that's just the way things work. We drive in traffic, oblivious to the miracle it takes for everyone to obey traffic norms, so we don't all just crash into one another. We board a plane and don't give a thought to the miracle of engineering that occurred to make air travel possible. The fact that there are approximately 9,728 planes carrying approximately 1,270,000 people around the world at any given moment is mind-blowing if you stop long enough to even think about it. The mere fact that nearly 7 billion humans inhabit this planet and it is orderly and not complete and utter chaos is a miracle. Yet, instead of seeing the miracles around us, we just choose to complain. The weather isn't just as we'd like, and it's raining or snowing again. The temperature is so hot we can hardly tolerate to go outside to go for a run or play golf. Our Amazon package didn't arrive in one day like it was supposed to, and our internet went down for 30 minutes so we couldn't even check Facebook. As women, we're underpaid and not recognized for the flawless creatures we are. Men are overworked, underappreciated, and overall taken for granted. If your skin isn't white, you're surely mistreated by the vast majority of the world. And if you're homosexual, everyone hates you. If you're rich, you're overtaxed. If you're middle class or poor, you're overtaxed. If you have a job, you complain at the long hours. If you're unemployed, well, somebody surely screws you over and owes you something. If you're fat, you're exhausted and it's too much work to take care of yourself. If you drink too much, it's because life is too much work and you deserve a break from reality. We divide ourselves into groups based upon our gender, race, or economic status so that we can be sure everyone knows how much we suffer more than everyone else. Because collectively, our respective groups have it so much worse than any other group, right? It's disgusting, really. We choose to overlook the miracle it takes for us to even be alive and the individuality we each possess. Instead, We choose to reduce ourselves down to gender, race, economic status, or any other irrelevant classification we're currently using to get across to others just how bad we have it. Maybe if you chose to recognize the miracles around you, you wouldn't find living to be such a burden. You'd be a little more selective about what you gripe about, and maybe even take it one step further and create some ordinary miracles of your own. In your hands is the opportunity to create miracles every single day, spreading happiness and joy by smiling at strangers, giving someone in need a little something you take for granted that could literally alter their existence, acknowledging all those people who have come before you who created the miracles you now take for granted, thanking the people around you who make your life the absolute luxury it really is in this day and age. Go so far as to create something unimaginable that the world can benefit from for generations to come. I think that my husband and I get so much joy from watching seedlings grow because we don't take the miracle of creation for granted. A person he and I grew together was returned to the earth within days of her birth. Those sort of experiences have a tendency to make you appreciate miracles and take a lot less for granted. So plant a seed you want to see grow in the world. You have the opportunity to create miracles. So stop complaining and get to work.